In Sri Lanka, epileptic patients are quite commonly treated with acupuncture. They take few medications, mostly on phenobarbital. The treatment is very successful, and there are many patients who could stop medications and acupuncture treatment within 6 months. Though every patient is unique, the doctor here summarized the common imbalances in these patients. During a grand mal seizure, patients have convulsions and are unconscious. The liver wind seems to be high at this moment. One can use points do 26, the point at the philtrum, and kidney 1, which is at the sole of the foot. These are the revival points. So during epileptic seizure, we can use this point to revive the patient. And the fit will stop in seconds. The only time these points will not work is in a status epilepticus. This is a life-threatening medical emergency wherein seizures would last for more than 5 minutes. The main treatment is therefore to prevent the patient having a fit. This means that we need to tonify liver yin or liver blood during the interval between fits. So here is a tower diagram of how the liver yin and the liver blood, the liver yin and liver blood's condition progresses during epileptic seizures. First, we have here a liver yin deficiency where liver yin is deficient and liver yang is normal. So pag nagkaroon na ng seizures, still the liver yin is deficient and the liver yang rises. Or in liver wind pattern, here we have liver blood deficiency. It starts with liver blood deficiency with Qi at normal level. So pag nagka-seizure na, the liver blood remains deficient and Qi rises. So nagkaroon ng wind. So liver blood deficiency can cause liver wind to rise. Our liver yin deficiency can cause liver yang to rise. And this may generate liver wind. Although both reasons are possible, the diagnosis should be clear so that the correct energy balancing treatment is administered. So the doctor suggests that we differentiate between liver yin deficiency and liver blood deficiency symptoms so that it would be easier for us to decide what is necessary for the patient. So here are the symptoms of both liver yin and liver blood deficiencies. So for liver yin deficiency, it will manifest with dryness. Here we have gritty eyes with recurrent conjunctivitis and burning and redness. There is also recurrent tendon inflammation, contractures, poor extension, easy ruptures, poor healing, muscle pains, which are worst in activity, muscle tension, and difficulty relaxing. So in liver yin deficiency, there's also the tendency for yang to rise. So there is high blood pressure, spontaneous excessive bleeding during menstruation, or there could be nosebleeds, which have delayed coagulation, understension, and stress. Liver yin deficiency also presents with headaches during menstruation, and a tense person can be also aggressive if there's yin deficiency. There's also dry, brittle nails and nail bed inflammation. The tongue sides will be cracked and will have red papillae. The liver pulse will be deep and wiry, and the patient will be experiencing nervous tics and tremor vomiting. So in contrast, liver blood deficiency will have the following symptoms. The patient will be pale with a blurred vision, will experience dizziness or lightheadedness. The arms and legs easily go numb, and the numbness will improve with movement and weakness, and there also weakness of muscles. Liver blood deficiency will have the tendency for wind symptoms. So there will be nervous itching, sneezing, wandering symptoms, sound and light irritability, symptoms suddenly appearing, and there's long menstrual cycle with scanty bleeding. This also presents with headaches after menstruation, and the person will be weak, nervous, and irritable. There will also be bite nails and white patches on the nails. The tongue sides will be pale, and the liver pulse will be thin and hollow. There will also be inner tremor and uncontrolled upward staring of the eyes, and there will also be colic. So for treatment, for liver yin deficiency, we have to tonify liver yin, and we use the following points. We use liver 5, the low connecting point, gallbladder 40, and sedate kidney 7. Because in yin deficiency, often the mother is dry as well. So kidney being the mother of the liver. Water and salty foods are good because salt will help to retain fluids. So relaxation and meditation is also recommended, and we use also DO 20 and pericardium 6. We use also it is also recommended to take fish oils, cream, and sweet and sour food, and avoid sour foods and alcohol. So for the treatment of liver blood deficiency, we have to tonify blood. Pag sa liver yin deficiency, we tonify liver yin. For blood deficiency, we tonify blood. So for this, we use bladder 17, which is the influential point of blood, and spleen 10, which is the sea of blood. In addition, we use REN 14, heart 9, UB 15, SI 3 to tonify heart yin and yang. Gallbladder 39, which is the influential point of the marrow. And we use wind eliminating points, and also avoid sour food and alcohol. Okay. To tonify the deficiency in the liver is half the work done. The next half is to treat the heart, because if and when the liver wind ascends, it needs a place to flow to. If it cannot flow anywhere, it will remain where it is and increase. Normally, the liver energy flows to its son, which is the heart. As long as the heart yang is level, the liver yang has a place to empty its excess. Our work is to make sure that heart yang is not high. So we can achieve this easily by using tranquilization points and advising the patient to go to bed by 10 p.m. and not to get up before 7 a.m. And that is, have no break in the rest, no alcohol, avoid sour foods, working on a computer, and too much television. Okay? So how do we do this? We use the tranquilizing points. DO 20, the extra point 6. This is also Anmian 1 or 2. This is also an extra point. And we use bladder 62. And another point is DO 26. And an extra point between thoracic 2 and 3. Liver yin or blood tonification. We also use liver yin or blood tonification points. Okay. If the patient is on medication, the treatment should be given at least 3 times per week at the beginning. From the 3rd week onwards, twice a week. From the third month onwards, once a week. From the sixth month onward, twice monthly, and so on. When reducing medication, the patient could get some fits. In this case, treatment should be given more often until the body adapts to the change.